you don't believe that you are worth anything, or you have low self-worth, you won't take care of yourself. I see that you're losing a bit of weight. I'm gonna go make sure that I plan my meals for you because you're worth it. It stems from self-worth. You are worthy of being taken care of. You're worthy of being loved. You're worthy of respect. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Child of the Most High. This channel is about personal growth, identity, transformation, and power dynamics. In this video today, I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of self-care and the relationship between self-care, self-respect, and self-confidence. I know you might be thinking, I can't see the connect. There's a connect, and that's my job to help you to understand. So don't shut off. Those of you who think self-care and imagine all these like over-the-top feminine acts, we're not talking about that. We're going to talk about taking care of your inner man and your outer man, inside and outside, internal, external, introvert, extrovert, okay? So it's about the physical, it's about what's going on inside. It's really important. Let's go. Self-care is simply just being able to care for yourself, taking care of yourself. Everyone's complicated it. People have made self-care a personal brand. We live in a time of social media, and it's just great focus on just like the external appearance. It's very much a lot of pressure to maintain a perfect image. But we need to look inner. We need to go deeper. There must be some deeper work. Take into consideration some self-care acts that take care of your mental health and your overall well-being as well. It's really important. You don't want to be a person who just looks good and can't function. Not pretty, okay? Your self-care and self-worth are closely connected. If you don't believe that you are worth anything, or you have low self-worth, you won't take care of yourself. And the more confident you feel in yourself, in who you are, the better you will take care of yourself. I used to do this really awful thing. When I was thirsty, I wouldn't drink. I would sit there and be like dehydrated, like, oh my God, I'm so thirsty. And the root of it was low self-worth and self-confidence. So even simple things as being thirsty and going to get a drink, I wouldn't do it. It was very sad. Sounds like a small one, like, oh, obviously drink when you're thirsty. No, that's not true. Because if you don't have self-worth and you have low self-confidence, stuff like that, then you're not going to take care of yourself, guys. It's that simple. It's about self-respect and saying, okay, I hear that you're thirsty. I'm going to go up and get a drink. I hear that you're tired. I'm going to go sleep. I see that you're losing a bit of weight, right? It's another one as well. I'm going to go make sure that I plan my meals for you because you're worth it. It stems from self-worth, and it's about self-respect as well. Where do you start when picking an act of self-care? It's really important that you pick self-care acts that are right for you and not just copy what other people are doing. Some people like to get their nails done and hair done, and for me, I don't really, not necessarily. It sounds simple because it is simple. Listen to your body. Self-care is about identifying your needs and not neglecting yourself. So when you're thirsty, get up to drink. Understanding your love language is the first place to start with. Identifying where can I start with picking self-care acts, if you can't just think off the top of your head, okay? There are 5 love languages. A love language are the 5 ways that people receive and give love. How do you express love to you and receive love from yourself? So the first one is words of affirmation. The second one is quality time. The third one is acts of service. The fourth one is physical touch. And the 5th one is receiving gifts. Okay, it's just a guide to get you started. You understand? Identify your self-love language. I would do this thing where my nail would break. I just tear it off. I just rip it off. And it really bothered me because, I don't know, I became aware of it. And it really bothered me. I said, Lish, you need to go deal with this now. Get something. So I went online to go find a nail clipper, and in the end I just got an entire set. Look at this, guys. It is stunning. This is how it came on the outside, like this. Wow. I love that it comes in a package and it's blue as well. I'll link that if you want that. Your body is telling you, hello, look after me, listen to it. I love to soak my feet, so I use this Epsom bath salts. I got a basin. Tell me why no one knows what a basin is. And a pumice. And I did that the other day. Loved it. Like, I felt so good. Third act of external self-care. I got a face steamer. If you're not sure and you're still trying to find, don't spend too much money. Go for the cheaper option to see if you even like it. You understand? My skin was dry and acting up. My feet were like, give me some attention. My nails were like, give me some attention. So that's where I started. Those are the 3 places that you start your self-care. Self-care, don't do what you think you're supposed to do. Listen to your body. You understand? Okay. As I continue to say, I am on my confidence building journey. I have a course that I've created for myself called Building Inner Confidence, Transforming Self-Image and Unleashing Your Inner Voice. I wanted the course to be solely focused on the inner and the internal. That was so important for me. But you know what? There are elements that are external, because confidence and external is connected. I tried so hard to not incorporate it. So why are you resisting this? What prejudice do you have against like external? I just didn't want the course to be too focused on the external, but it is a necessary part of the course because it also does build confidence as well. And that is what self-image is also shaped by how you look as well as how you see yourself inside. So I had to incorporate a lesson, a module that took into consideration self-care. Journal with me to kind of like, I'm going to give you some prompts to identify why you struggle to take care of yourself and why you don't take care of yourself as well as you maybe used to, or you never have, or why you've never learned that. For myself, I never grew up in a house watching my mother take care of herself. So I naturally didn't take care of myself. Let's do some journaling now. Let's do a reflective exercise for 5 seconds to go in, okay? Journaling is always going to be a huge part of the course because you can't just, sometimes you can't take action, you know, you have to kind of go back and reflect and think and understand how you got here, you know. It's uncomfortable work, but guys, it's going to work, okay? I have more prompts in the course, but I'm only going to give you 2, okay, to consider for this exercise, okay? When did you first learn the importance of self-care? Yeah? Have there been any significant life events or experiences that have affected your ability to prioritize self-care? Yeah? Do you feel guilty or selfish when you prioritize your own well-being? Yeah? Because society plays a role, your experiences play a role, what you've been taught when you were younger plays a role. So you pick one of those 3 and then start having a little think, okay? For those of you who are struggling to even get started with that, the first thing you can do is start with words. Remember, this is about the voice as well. Remember, it's about unleashing the voice. If you do suffer with low confidence and self-worth, I want you to start saying that, you know, I'm worthy of being taken care of. For some of us, if we haven't been well taken care of, even from like a child, we won't actually know how to take care of ourselves. Some of us have just never been taught. We're having to figure it out now as an adult, and that's okay. That's okay. But let me tell you something. We're gonna start with affirmations for you, okay? I'm gonna be the first to tell you that you're worth it, babe. That you're worthy of being taken care of, okay? So the first affirmation I want you to say, I'm gonna put on the screen. I'm worthy of love, care, and attention, including my own. I deserve to prioritize my needs and well-being without guilt or shame. I'm worthy of taking care of myself and I prioritize my well-being. My self-care is a reflection of my self-worth and I invest time and energy into nurturing myself. I deserve to make self-care a priority in my life and I give myself permission to do so. Taking care of myself is not selfish, but an act of self-respect and self-preservation. Each act of self-care I engage in reaffirms my self-worth and strengthens my relationship with myself. I release any guilt or shame associated with prioritizing self-care because I know I am deserving of love and care. I'm going to give some examples of self-care, okay guys? Going for a drive or a bike ride to clear your mind. When I was younger, that's what I would do all the time. Me and my brother and Hanswood would just ride through Hanswood Wood, and that was how we do every Sunday before school. That was our thing, to clear ride. And even now and then, I have to go to the park and just get out the house to clear my head, you know. Spending time in nature, is prioritizing quality sleep and establishing a bedtime routine. Yeah, enjoying a hobby or pastime. So some people it can be drawing, some people it can be coloring, it can be writing, poetry, essays, whatever. Preparing healthy meals, like this is one that I want to get into. This kind of works also into my goal of learning how to cook as well. Creating an organized and clean space, like that's huge. Self-care for your mind. Those of you who can't be in spaces that are cluttered and dirty, you know, that's a big one as well. So maybe that's what you like. You might be thinking that's not self-care. Yes, it is. You might think, oh, I just do that because it makes you feel better. You're taking care of your mental peace and your well-being. You said, I can't feel at ease or at peace in the space until it's clean and organized. That's self-care. See, they don't talk about these kind of ones. Living in an organized and clean space. Aesthetically pleasing as well. So those of you who like to, you know, go to hamburgers and all these little places and get your little household stuff and make your little flowers and stuff and make it look nice. That's also self-care as well. Dental care. Some people really stay on their dental care, on top of their dental care hygiene. That could be a big thing for you. Hot baths, spa treatments, moisturizing your skin with, you know, organic products and oils and rich oils and dry oils and all these things. Like some people are really into body scrubs and spritzes and stuff like that. More like sensual touch in the body, kind of a physical touch. Remember, that's what the acts of care is, physical touch that we're connected to. There are many, so you also have words of affirmation, like not just journaling the words, but speaking to talking to yourself, being your own cheerleader. The world places a great emphasis on physical self-care. You understand? I think a bit too much emphasis on physical self-care, but you know there are other areas as well. So you have social self-care, socialization, being around other people, connecting to other people. It's really important for your mental health. Really important. You have mental self-care, like think about the things you're consuming online, think about the things you're reading and watching, and the songs you're listening to, things going into your system, you know. And then you have like spiritual self-care as well, which is really important. I talk about praying and reading the Bible for those of you who are religious and stuff like that. Going to church, again, being around other people, social, so it connects to social and spiritual. So, you know, it's not just all physical, you understand? Some people in churches who's part of their self-care, they have to go on a weekly basis, they have to go throughout the week to stay strong and feel connected to people and connected to God and keep their anxiety and their fear down. Figure out what it is, what self-care act that you want to incorporate into your life. It's not about looking at what other people do, it's about understanding what you need. For me, food's a priority, sleep's a priority, hydration's a priority. You understand? So let's go internal now. So the first inner act was, I've been recording all week and I've been neglecting my meals. I started to meal plan. I went back out and bought some fresh fruit. This is really good. This is good act of self-care, feeding my body healthy and nutritious food because I couldn't really work well. Also, when I was working and editing, I made sure to have regular breaks as well. Yeah, so making sure that I take time for relaxation and just winding down. So for me, I like to wind down at the end of the night with some good music or like my favorite movies. I have a whole playlist of movies that I like. So, you know, have my snacks, have my hot drinks on the table, and I'm steaming my face and stuff. I think that's what I've been doing lately. And one thing that I cannot live without is journaling. Guys, I have to journal every day. I journal throughout the day. Sometimes when I'm out and I get overwhelmed, I have to pick up my phone and just start. Journaling has to be, for me, one of my highest levels of self-care. The most important self-care acts that I do that is internal. That's for my overall well-being, my mental, my peace, anxiety, any stress, any fears, anything that I have to work through, any emotions I have to process and work through goes in there. I tried to replace journaling with praying. It was actually better. I encourage you guys to journal, and that's something that I will be showing on this channel if you're not sure where to start. Guys, this video is coming to an end. I really hope you've learned to take away that self-care is literally just taking care of yourself and listening to what your body, what it needs. You are worthy of being taken care of. You are worthy of being loved. You are worthy of respect. You are worthy of the best of good quality products. You are worthy of being taken care of. Yeah, you are worthy of being taken care of. You are worthy of being prioritized. Yeah, you deserve to be prioritized. If you have a hard time prioritizing yourself, it's a high chance because someone else didn't prioritize you. Don't worry about if you can't do it, just say it. Say the affirmations, I'm worthy of taking care of myself. Okay, I'm capable of taking care of myself. I deserve to be taken care of by myself. Just start with those 3. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in the course, Building Inner Confidence, Transforming Your Self-Image and Unleashing Your Inner Voice, the early bird waiting list is in the description box, okay? I will see you online. Take care.